Hi, my name is Scott Payne, and I can help you pass the PMP exam without memorizing a single thing. You're right, you heard me, not memorizing a thing, okay? Now, you got to realize I was in your spot, exactly where you are right now. I was sitting there, I was studying for the PMP exam, I had my PMBOK, and I had access to an eCourse. All right, and I was grinding along, studying, trying to memorize everything, following exactly what they told me to do. But the problem was that I realized is I was getting the basic questions right, the basic simulator questions. But when I got to the really hard ones, the ones that I knew I'd face on the PMP exam, those situational questions, they're gonna come at you. I wasn't getting enough of those right. I wasn't feeling confident, all right? And I started to worry. I started to grind down and study and memorize harder in the PMBOK and the eCourse I had, but I wasn't improving my score. And as I started to worry, specifically, I started to worry about, hey, am I gonna be ready for the PMP exam? And what am I gonna do if I actually fail this thing? How's it gonna look? What are people gonna say? Is this gonna set me back in my career? And so I got really scared and I got really frustrated because I wasn't improving. And then one night it hit me. It realized that it wasn't the actual, facts or the details in the PMBOK. It was the questions that I was asking about it and how I was studying and looking at the materials that mattered. All right. And so once I had that, I started asking a little bit different questions. I started asking, why does this process matter? Why specifically does it matter? And how does it link to other things? And so as I started to ask those basic questions, I started to get more of the hard questions right. And I started to build some basic confidence in myself, and I started to do really well. All right. And so as I kept going, then the second problem I had was, okay, this is working really well, but there's no books out there. There's no email, there's nothing on the internet that really helps me and gives me that detail, the way I needed to understand, to see the bigger picture. And so I at an act of desperation, I took a jump. I gave up on the book, on the PMBOK, and I gave up on the traditional way of the eCourse. I took the PMBOK and I ripped it up. I literally ripped it up into pieces. But I wasn't throwing it away. I was reorganizing it because I understood that what mattered was the flow of these processes and how they linked. So I organized the PMBOK, put it in a notebook in the flow of a real project, okay, by process group. And then when I started asking myself those questions about it, I started to distill things down. Why does this matter? And how does it link to other things? See, that's what was missing from the eCourse. That was what was missing from the PMBOK, that situational awareness that prepares you for the situational questions. So as I was distilling that down for myself, everything started to change. All the things started to click in my mind. And as I went back to the situational questions, those really hard ones, I was searching them out on the simulator. I started to get more and more right. And my confidence started to grow, and it made all the difference to me, okay? And by the time I was sitting on that PMP exam, I was really, really ready to go, really, really confident, and I nailed it, guys. I got above target. You can see my score down below, all right? And so I did really, really well, and I know for 100% fact that if I didn't change the way that I looked at the material and the way that I studied, because I also developed while I was working a specialized way where I could find my weaknesses really, really quickly and eliminate them. Okay, so if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have got the score. And heck, I don't even know if I would have passed, but I did. I passed really, really well, okay? And so after the exam, I took what I did and what I distilled down and I made it into a book, all right? This is my book. Best-selling on Amazon. It's really, really great. It distills everything down, and I took it even farther. I built a simulator and I built an eCourse, and that is why you're here. I want you to get this eCourse because it's going to make all the difference in your studying. I don't want you to be frustrated. I don't want you to be worried. I don't want you to have anything in your mind that's not going to drive you to success on the PMP exam. And my eCourse is exactly designed in the way in which I studied and the way in which they'll prepare you to succeed, okay? So it's short, fast videos. It distills exactly why all these processes are important, how they link. It gives you situational awareness. It's gonna help you succeed. So right now, I have a special offer down below. Man, I am here 100% to help you succeed, 100% behind you. You need to go down below, watch the sample, see the testimonials, do everything. This is gonna make a ton of difference to you, okay? You're gonna walk into the exam success or confident, and you're gonna walk out successful. So all I need you to do now is trust me, go down below, look at the details, get into the course, and let's get your PMP.